Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Adaoma, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for always supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. And if this is your first time of watching this channel, thank you for joining us. And please don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about a very important topic. And as you know, this channel is all about teen issues, parenting, life advice, and lifestyle in general. And so today I want to talk about toxic parenting. You're like, toxic parent? Yeah, toxic parenting. Do you feel like your child doesn't really want to be around you? Do you feel like you're losing that touch with your child, that the relationship between you and your child is kind of dwindling? Today we want to talk about that a little bit. So when we talk about toxic relationship, what do we mean? Now, when you see the word toxic, what does toxic mean? It just means like it's a poisonous substance that contains materials that could be harmful to human beings, right? So something that's toxic potentially could kill. Something that's toxic potentially could harm an individual. So today we want to talk about toxic things that you do as a parent that could potentially harm your child. Some of these things are done unconsciously, and so that's why we have this video here today. And so let's get right into it. Number one, being over controlling. Choice is a fundamental right of every human in the world. Everyone created in this world has a choice. And so when a parent is over controlling, you kind of take that fundamental right away from your choice. You don't allow your children make choices for themselves. You instead make choices for your children. And how can you be over controlling? There are ways a parent can be over controlling. One, not allowing your child the opportunity to make decisions for themselves. You always make decisions for them. Oh no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. No, you just like you dictate. As a parent, you're supposed to be authoritative, not authoritarian. You're not a dictator. You are, like my mom used to say, like a caretaker, a caregiver. And so in your role as a parent, you are not to override your child. Your child has the right to make decisions for themselves. Many parents like their children to conform to a certain standard they've built in their head. When my child grows up, I want him to be a doctor. I want him to be a lawyer. And so you kind of push the child to that idea you have in your head. You don't sit down to ask, is this really what you want for your life? It's their life, not your life, but you're just there as a caretaker. So one of the ways that one of the toxic things you could be doing as a parent is being overly controlling. So toxic thing you can do as a parent is being critical. When you're critical as a parent, you focus on what the child hasn't done compared to what the child has done. And a child that grows under a critical parent grows up to change his or herself. They're always sabotaging. They're always undermining their abilities because over the years, you've been critical of them. Oh, you didn't get 19 maths. Oh, you didn't get the perfect score in dance. Oh, you didn't have the best moves. When you're overly critical, you're always judgmental, picking fault finding. You kind of undermine your child. And that child grows up to always self-sabotage. So, praise more instead of criticizing. Look more. I talked about the last video. I talked about things to help build your child's self-esteem. I think I will link the video maybe here or here. I never got here. Maybe I'll link the video, and so you can watch that to see ways that you can build your child's self-esteem. Number three things that I find parents doing that could be toxic to their children is refusing to acknowledge their children's perspective. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, everyone has a choice, everyone has a right, and everyone thinks differently. As a parent, the husband and wife, they think differently. And so you expect that your child should also think differently from you. And so respect the perspective of your children. Don't just shut them off. Don't just feel like, oh, you have the final say. Just don't just feel like they're still children. What do they know? They know something. Even though they're still children, they're human beings. They can think for themselves. So allow them air their views. Allow them, express themselves. Sometimes they could be correct. So listen to their perspective. Another toxic thing that parents do is manipulating, and sometimes parents manipulate by guilt tripping, and mothers do this more. I carried you in my womb for 9 months. I breastfed you. I washed your bum. I changed your pampers. How could you do this to me? Oh no, you don't say that to me. And you kind of manipulate the child by guilt tripping into doing what you want for them and not what is best for them. This is a toxic thing to do, because when your child is trying to make a decision that could better their own life, and you want them to, let's use the area of marriage. Sometimes maybe you want them to marry from a particular tribe or particular race, or you want them to go to a particular school or to study a particular course, and in the long run, it's not going to be beneficial for your child, and your child is making a decision that's contrary to what you want. And then to kind of twist the hand of your child, you manipulate by guilt tripping. It's a toxic thing to do. It is. The toxic thing that parents do is the silent treatment. Your child says something or does something that doesn't go very well with you, and then you just keep quiet. You don't say anything. And the child asks you, "Mommy, are you okay? Dad, are you okay?" You just give the silent treatment. It's a very toxic thing to do. So please do not give the silent treatment. Another thing I find parents doing that's toxic, that is detrimental to the child, is giving to every demand of a child. You don't give to every demand of the child. Even if you're a Christian, as I am, even God doesn't give to all of our demand. He gives what is best for us, right? And so you give what is best for your child, not everything that they demand from you. And so when you're always up in their face, you're always giving to their demands, you do not allow your child to grow to be independent. They grow to be dependent on you because they always rely on you, because you always give them everything they need. So it's a toxic thing. It's a poisonous thing, a dangerous thing to always give to the demands of your child. Did you gain value from this video? Are there things that you really now realize that, oh, this thing is toxic? Are you a teenager watching this and you realize that, oh, my parents have actually done some toxic things to me? This is the time to sit down with your parents and have this talk with them. And are you a parent watching this video and you realize that, oh, okay, I may have been doing some toxic things? I think this is the time to sit down and, analyze and make amends, make amends with your relationship with your children. And are there other toxic things you think parents do that could sabotage, the growth of their children, or that could destroy the relationship they have with their children? Feel free to write in the comment section. And are there other topics you want me to talk about? Feel free to write also in the comment section. Please don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till I come your way next time, keep living intentional. Bye for now.